Oh, yes. Okay. I'm not responsible for what you did.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Can everyone kind of stand up and come gather around this podium?
It's all segmented out right now, so if you want to see everyone's beautiful faces.
Whoa, hey, Jordan.
Hey, buddy. You can never be too close. Great. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2019 Index Exchange Hackathon. My name is Paul Zovighian, and to my left is Catherine Strong.
Hey, everybody.
And over the next few days, we're going to be helping out and emceeing the event. We're really excited to be here. This is our 4th annual hackathon.
Wow, 4th annual hackathon. So as we were thinking about what we wanted to talk about this morning, we were thinking, what was happening 4 years ago at Index? So there were a lot of amazing milestones 4 years ago, first being the hackathon. Another thing was 4 years ago, our header tag wrapper launch. Shout out to Jazz, I see you over there. Now known as the IX library. Second thing that happened 4 years ago was we opened our first office across the pond, which was an exciting event, and we want to shout out to the London team on the live stream. At that time, we were about 152 employees, and today we're 500 strong in 11 offices around the globe.
So it's safe to say we did a few things over the last 4 years. And by the way, out of curiosity, can I get a show of hands here if this is the 4th Index Hackathon you're attending? Show of hands.
Woo! What about the 3rd hackathon?
Okay. And second hackathon. Some more hands.
And what about the first hackathon? All right, in good company.
That's the group that has no idea what's happening. But that's okay, because even though it's our 4th hackathon, there's actually a lot of firsts that are happening this year. So let's see. It's the first hackathon where we include an external partner. So we're going to be joined this week by the Knowledge Society, affectionately known as TKS.
Woo woo!
Yeah. So that's a group of highly talented individuals, which we're going to be learning more about as the event progresses. Let's see. The hackathon was historically an engineering-only event, and this is the first year that participation has been opened up to the other offices, other locations, and other areas of the company, which is really exciting. And that means we've had quite a few people from all over the world fly in today, which means this is our first global hackathon. And finally, we got some feedback last year, right? When we showcased some of the hackathon projects from last year's event, and the rest of the company loved it. They wanted to learn more, they were engaged, and so this year, for the first time ever for any Index event actually, we are live streaming it. So we are live, baby, on YouTube right now. Every office has this playing, and they get to kind of, laugh at your frustration and also root for their favorite teams and projects.
Thanks so much, Paul. So I have the honor of introducing our OG hacker, one of the founders of Hackathon, one of the first original coders of Index Exchange, and our distinguished engineer, head of IX Labs, Mayuran Yogarajah.
Mayuran.
Woo!
Thanks, everyone. I just want to say morning. Welcome to Hackathon 2019. I'm super excited to be here. I've been to this venue a number of times, mostly for the auto show, and I've always been curious, what is it like to throw an event here? And it turns out it's a lot of work. I'm blown away that we're here right now. The location happens to be pretty close to our new home, The Well. It's also close to 468 King, which is pretty exciting. It's pretty humbling to think, back in 2015, our first hackathon was back at our headquarters in Wingold, and it was about 100 of us, and it was just engineering. Those silos are being found, and they're being slowly chipped away. Fast forward to today, we have close to 250 people here, spanning engineering, product, GSE, IT, and both of our MCs are from New York, which is a first for us. Please join me in giving them a big round of applause. I'm also excited to announce that we are indeed live streaming for the first time ever of any Index event, which is kind of a big deal. Shout out to the IT folks and the external company that's helping out with this. So hopefully indexers who are not here physically are able to follow along as well. Another first for us this year, like Paul said, we have the Knowledge Society here, TKS. I want to give a shout out to Liam, who spoke at the Agora about 2 weeks ago. I think this is, yeah, clap. You know, I think this is the first of many to come. We'd love to see other TKS participants come and take part in Agoras as well. But I want to talk about the partnership with TKS a little bit more. The partnership is part of a broader initiative that Index and Labs has taken on, which is really about giving back. It's a very intentional step we've taken, and it's because we as an organization and we as individuals need to give back. And we want to give back to the wonderful cities that are housing us, the communities and ecosystems they support. You know, Toronto, Kitchener-Waterloo, and Montreal have provided an amazing foundation, and they've let us do what it is we do best. And like Index, they're ambitious and diverse. The partnerships that are forming through Labs, as well as events like this, they've really inspired my vision for Labs. And it's more than anything else made me realize that our impact could be greater. And that's why I'm here talking to you about giving back. So keep that in mind as you're coding away for the next few days. You know, we're exploring how code connects us. We're challenging you to think about how code can facilitate different connections, both within Index and outside with external communities and the city. So really think about beyond your walls, you know, beyond the walls of your office. Think about as code has changed your life. Think about how that can translate into making the projects that you're working on impactful for IX, for the communities here, and for the city. And last but not least, be sure to incorporate our core values into your presentations and projects. This is something we need to live and breathe every day, and it is part of the judging criteria, so keep that in mind. And on that note, I'll pass it back to the MCs. Thank you.
All right, so now we have to run through a number of announcements. So we'll keep this as interesting as it possibly can be.
We want to, not have to.
So today you're welcome to work as long as you'd like. We have lunch at 12:30 and dinner at 7 p.m. where you ate breakfast this morning.
Tomorrow, we're going to continue the open hack time all the way through till 5 p.m., at which point we'll have the first round of judging take place. We will then head over to the Goodman Pub for some food, drinks, share some laughs, shed some tears, and then followed by the announcements of the 10 final teams that will be competing for what is effectively eternal glory in what I've understood to be a Hunger Games style type of showdown.
And on Thursday at 11 a.m., you want to report to the John Bassett Theater. So don't come here because this is not where the event will be. If you want to confirm this, you can look at the back of your name tag because it has all the details there, or, of course, on the Hackathon website.
Now, you're probably going to need internet because if you're not searching for an extremely nuanced use case on Stack Overflow every 45 seconds, then are you really coding? The Wi-Fi network is going to be IX Hackathon, and the password is going to be something I don't tell you because I did my security mentor training.
Ooh, shout out.
So Kevin did not pay me to say that, but yes, I am secretly hoping I get on IT's good books after this. But actually, it's on your badge. Like, everyone has it. If it flips over the wrong way, everyone can see the password, and it's over. It's just, we're screwed. For all other IT needs, head over to room 705.
So if you get hungry in between the meals, in room 707, we have a bunch of snacks, notably Smarties, Miss Vicky's chips, Aero bars, to name a few, plenty of Red Bull. And if you haven't checked in, make sure to check in and grab your badge, and you need to sign a liability form. So if you haven't done that, please do this after the announcements.
If you need a break, just want to relax a bit, there is a well-being space in room 702. It's going to be open all day, so head over there when needed. All we ask is that you respect everyone else, keep it quiet. It's a device-free zone.
If you plan to hack throughout the night, please keep your name badges on for security purposes. This is sort of your ticket in and out of the space, so pretty straightforward. Just keep it around your neck.
Finally, to receive a taxi chit, or if you need whiteboard markers or a supportive, you can do it. Head over to room 707, where we have an amazing hackathon support team who will be able to help you out. I'll also be around for motivational speeches. Negative reinforcement works really well for a few people as well. So if you want someone to scream at your face and really push you on the verge of breaking down into tears, talk to Catherine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be tracking anyone not wearing their name tag. But also join the IX Hackathon website, and then we have one special announcement before we get started.
You're probably wondering what we're here to do today. What are we actually competing for? So give me a second. I'm just gonna. Here we go. There we go. This is what eternal glory looks like.
And this is what third place looks like.
So the winning teams are going to have their names engraved on this, and they're going to be placed right above Mark Stavely's office. He's going to have like a evil villain type of vibe, and the trophies will be right behind him. I think you just don't know it yet. And I think that kind of covers it. So before we get started, let's just take a few moments for some Q&A if there are any open questions we can answer. Thank God, because I don't know if we could have answered them. It looks like we're in good shape, so let's begin. Thank you.